Welcome to my presentation. Now I'm going to read out an article from the editorial page. Headline: As a nation, we are not focused on education. The reality is the world is leaving us behind. The third view. This article is written by Mahfuz Anam, is the editor and publisher at the Daily Star. Now I'm going to read in details. On May 22nd, the Daily Star reported that National University Vice Chancellor Professor A.S.M. Amanullah had been attacked by a group of students demanding automatic pass in their degree pass examination held in 2020. 3 years ago, the NU had already permitted grace marks to this batch of students whose studies had been affected by the COVID pandemic and political unrest in the country. Still, they could not pursue the pass mark. So poor were their results. The students had also been given the opportunity to apply for the re-evaluation of their answer sheet. Despite these measures, according to NU press release, a group of students decided to attack the VCs so that he would concede to their demand out of fear. As of this writing, we did not hear any of stern action by authorities against these students. Immediately following the July-August uprising, we saw a similar demand of auto pass by the students in the Benin city of Secretariat. On May 16, we reported that the operational stalemate due to protest by students, in one case by teachers at 4 public universities, namely Dhaka University, Jagannath University, Khulna University of Engineering and Technology, and Borishal University. Disruption in these universities brought classes, tutorials, and examinations to a halt, jeopardizing the future of nearly 70,000 students. In these universities, almost all of the top echelons of administration were removed after the uprising last year. According to our earlier reports, VCs of 47 public universities who had been appointed during the reign Sheikh Hasina either reigned or were forced to resign after the changeover of August 5th. This included VC of all our prestigious institutions, i.e. Dhaka University, Jahangirnagar University, Rajshahi University, Chittagong University, and Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. Their successors were appointed from the other political spectrum. At least 30 VCs out of the 47 have links with pro-BNP or pro-Jamaat teachers' bodies. So what we saw was a change of guards and not of the practice. Why did the VCs of 47 public universities have run away like our politicians? Why are they so devoid of academic credentials and so intellectually bankrupt that they had no legitimacy of being appointed as heads of our highest seats of learning and other than Sino-Faci? The harsh truth is that most of the VC appointments at public universities, if not all, stemmed from political consideration rather than academic. Sheikh Hasina politicized almost all institutions, but perhaps among the most damaging were universities, especially the post of VC. Once teachers saw that writing academic papers, doing original research, upholding academic standard, and creating an open academic environment where creative minds could flourish did not pave the way for career success. Things started to change. They saw clear everyday evidence that towing the political line was the surest way to getting foreign scholarship. higher positions and, sadly, vice chancellorships. It is then that our university started crumbling as the competition to seek favor got tougher because sloganeering was always easier than academic rigor. Teachers started aligning themselves with student policies. House support in all that last days of the Hasina regime. They needed to get elected to Dhaka University Teachers Association, which was stepping stone for the BC post. This led to a deep moral bankruptcy. However, many teachers hold their head high, defy power, jeopardize their career, and uphold academic dignity. One easily imagine the quality of the administration of BC who came to occupy their chairs as a part of political rewards. This got reflected in recruitment, appointment, promotion, office holding, and foreign travels. Research grants, which were always meager, got awarded on the same lines. Thus, universities teachers, again not all of them, became part of the culture of partisan politics that engulfed each and every institution in the country. The corruption of the academic world followed drag. The quality of each of our universities to bottom, which was epitomized by the former DUBC Professor Akhtaruজ্জামান 2017 to 2023, whose famous comment that DU was the only university where you could buy a chop and samosa only taka 10. It is said that all about his notion of the academic standard of university. We have focused on only the situation of our universities. Controlling should have been easy as student leadership is part of government. The situation of the other institution is the same, if not worse. Here is a story from well-regarded girls' schools. Two girls were caught using their smartphones to copy answer from. When a teacher took away phones and cancelled their answer sheet, a few of the students got together and started agitating, and school authorities decided to overlook the matter. It is the same in many institutions. Teachers come to class, utter the bare minimum and leave immediately. This customary chatter and personal conversation between teachers and students have all but disappeared for fear as to who will interpret what and then upload on social media, taken mostly out of context. It is now nearly 10 months since students left their classes and took to streets to remove the dictatorial government. That government has been replaced, but students have not fully returned to the class. Has anybody asked them to? No advisor, no political leader, no student leader have told the students that what they have achieved is incomparable and a whole nation is grateful to them. But their future and that of the nation try to knowledge and our ability use them in every aspect of our nation, building through innovation, enterprise, and energy. Where is that message? The chief advisor asked them to return their class back in September. For the changes we want to see, they must return to their studies. When we talk about success of countries like Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and most of Vietnam and China, we mostly focus on their economic success. Never if they do, we talk about contribution of their education system that provided the crucial backbone of their economic strength. All these countries have spent a huge part of their resources in preparing their youth to face the future and future and succeed. In the latest and most advanced field of artificial intelligence, the world got supervised by young Chinese scholar inventing the DeepSeek and upstaging the US. Did it happen by chance? Will it ever happen here? Of course it can. But for that, we have to set our priorities and invest in them. It may sound like fairy tale that in the last 60s South Korean business teams would visit East Pakistan to learn about textile and steel industries, especially from the Kobe Steel complex that Japanese had set up in Chattogram at that time. After 54 years of the independence, where does our education stand today? We have several education commissions, several revisions of our curricula, and spent billions, yet we have miserably failed to give the nation an education system that will prepare us for future. Presently, we have had so many reform commission, but none on education, reflecting our own sense on priority in the 21st century. The world, there is no future without education, not of the old variety, but one that will lead us to the world of AI, quantum computer, blending of technology and all the sciences as a whole. As a whole, new world awaits us. Will we be a part of it or remain an onlooker? The change can come not from rhetorics but from real, concrete and well thought out actions. We remain enamored with slogans and confined to self-serving narratives. This will not open us up to the possibilities of the new world. Thanks to everyone for listening me.